Welcome to another of the Builders Agency Lessons. Today we're going to talk about a lesson from this week that is related to the things we do as businesses to improve our brand, to improve our message over time, to improve what we do over time, learn from what we're doing, and improve in seeing that develop and how that impacts things over time. Because really, when you're starting out, now our agency has been, this is our fourth year, deep into our fourth year. And it's been interesting to see how it's developed. In the first year or two, it was mostly just me, right? Then I'm adding a team. But through all that, now that I've built the team and we're still growing and we're still building, we have morphed over that time. We have adjusted. We have figured out what we're good at and where the need is in the marketplace. So through that, I've continually fine-tuned our message. This summer has been, I've taken that a little bit further. I've been weaving a better story into things. And there was, there's a book out there about story brand. Okay. What's the name of that book? The name of that book is right here. Building a Story Brand, something along those lines. And I read that book, and I've also talked to others. I even had someone on the podcast. We talked about stories, and a couple people, actually. So that's been kind of a theme for whatever reason this summer, but it's had me go back to our website and to my team and talk about who we are and what we do and what our story is. And now that's reflected in our marketing. It's reflected in our website. Even the hero, you'll see a message there that speaks to our story and what we do and what we specialize in. I have that sub story, like who Matt Levenhagen is, because right now I'm kind of part of that brand still, right? Unified Web Design. But all that stuff is developed over time. In the beginning, I was a web design and development agency. That's what we did. Built WordPress sites. But especially in the last year or two, that has changed to focus more on those we serve and their pain points and how we can do more for, what we're doing specifically for people and who our vertical is, defining that. Those things have made all the difference. Now, last year, and to give you an example from last year, so as I started to define those things and we started to really do marketing, we're doing more social media and stuff, I started getting referrals. Last year, I got several large accounts that came out of referrals from people I had networked with or knew from over the years. And that started to really shock me. And I'm like, wait, something's working here. I don't know what's working yet. I haven't completely defined it. But this is last year, 2021. I'm like, okay, something's happening here. This is interesting. This is an interesting problem we're solving for this person, or this is, what we're doing for this agency, or what we're doing for this business. And I started to take note of those things and start to develop a better package around what we offer to others and started to work on our message more. And what I would bring to what we were going to focus on, as we realized there's a theme here. We're starting to serve people in a very specific way, and we bring to the table something that's unique. And what is that? We define that, right? So that was kind of last year. This year, again, like this summer especially, really even focusing more on our story brand. And this is something, I think there's a lesson within this lesson, right? There is, it is, like with business, out of the gates, you might have a vision for your business, even what you want to do or what type of projects you want to get or whatever type of business you're in or the, products you're building or whatever. But over time, that can change, that can morph, and it should. Some of the most successful businesses in the world aren't doing today what they started out doing. Look into the Instagram story, right? So that is, that's that lesson. But this week, coming back to this week, something that really has driven home this process that it actually works was a call I just had this morning. I didn't know what I was going to talk about this week, but the call I just had just a little while ago, in the last couple hours, sealed the deal. So again, we're on social media. We have a presence on social media. If you see us still doing social media, it's because it's working. What we're doing is working. And it was last year it was working. That was part of the the success story there, but this year too, it continues to. And the other thing that's changed, I'm always, at least once or a couple times a year, I'm revisiting our own website, our agency site, and tweaking things and adding things. We added a video testimonial this past month. We added, and we actually started, we've had different call to actions over time that I've tested, different things. And I started testing having a Calendly link as the call to action. So somebody can set up an intro call, 15-minute intro call, see if there's alignment there. And it's working. And the call that I had just this past couple hours was somebody that found us on LinkedIn and used that Calendly link to set up an appointment this morning for 15 minutes to see if there was alignment, see if we're a good fit. And now we're scheduling a call next month with more of their team, and we'll see where it goes. There's no guarantees, but it's a good start. But that's happening because we're present, we're out there, we're doing what we're doing. But what's changed is I see a change this summer, and I hope it continues. Because we're starting to get local business, which is another part of the story. And maybe been part of that call this morning. We're starting to get noticed locally. It hasn't been really my focus for the first 3-4 years because, I know through my networks and stuff, it's global. It's sort of throughout the U.S. And so I haven't really worried about local. But I always thought to, But now I'm starting to see something unique, though, even though it's local. The unique thing is that they're seeking us. They're looking to us. They're initiating the contact with us. Now, that kind of happens with referrals anyway, over the last several years, of course. But it's not us actively going out and selling and pitching people, advertising. We don't do paid advertising. We don't even worry about SEO. We worry about networking. We worry about social media, just posting content marketing, all that. That's what we do, right? Which gives us a presence online, which attracts attention. And there's other factors involved. But what we're finding is people, agencies, which is our thing, are reaching out to us to see how we can help them or extend their teams and stuff. It's magical. This call this morning, and like other ones I've had, that's not somebody I actively pursued. They were stalking me. I told them I would stalk them now. But that's how it works. But it takes time, and it has to evolve. And I think the reason it's gelling is because of all that work over the last several years, figuring out what our wheelhouse is, what we do, defining that very specifically. Even things like we do web design development. That's what we do. We don't do digital marketing. We don't do SEO. We don't do all this stuff. This is what we do, and this is what we offer, and this is how we can help agencies. We've defined all that, and we've defined the message, the story, and I'm seeing that start to work more and more. That conversation this morning, they needed what we're talking about, right? What we offer. They came to us for that very specific reason. If you go to our hero right now on Unified Web Design, today, it may change, who knows? Better go now. But that's why they called me. that hero is related to extending a team. So that's the lesson this week. It's really just, things take time. You have to measure things over time, right? What's working, what's not working. Get rid of the things that aren't working. Test them, try them. But really pay attention. And when you see something's working, double, triple down on that thing. Quadruple down on that thing. And just do more of it. And sometimes if you do more of it, it won't go anywhere. Again, it's all testing. Even double, tripling down on something, you do that and it doesn't do anything more. You still get the trickle or whatever. But the trickle. The trickle of whatever. But that's what you got to do, though. You work on it, work on your message, work on your delivery of that message, define who you are, take the time, and know that it's not going to happen overnight, and your message today may evolve until all of a sudden one day it clicks, and you're trying to figure out how in the world you're going to serve all these people, and you need to hire people. Let's get going. All right. I hope you found this interesting, helpful. Until next time, take her easy.